What's up, everyone? Kyle here. Welcome to this edition of From Around the World Fridays. Today, I'm going to kind of go off of my podcast this week, which was episode 20, where I'm talking about my trip to Finland, Estonia, and Russia. So with this episode, I'm going to share some of my pictures from that trip. So we can kind of go through it, and I hope you enjoy some of the pictures, and hopefully it helps kind of put some context or some images into your mind that help the podcast out. So hope you guys enjoy, and I will enjoy sharing these pictures with you. All right, so let me move the mouse out of the way. All right, so let's start with this picture here. This is the chapel that I was talking about in Helsinki, Finland. This was a really cool place to kind of start the morning. It's, like I said, it's kind of in the middle of this square, or kind of to the side of it. Kind of crazy, but this just oval-shaped chapel out there. And you'll notice that it looks like it's just getting light out there. That picture was taken at about 10 a.m. So it was dark for a lot of the time that I was there. Yeah, there's a little bit closer picture of it. And then this is inside. It's pretty small. You can't fit a lot of people in there. But I went in there and just kind of reflected on where I was. Just really enjoyed the moment before I started this crazy adventure that I went on. That's in the square there. This is one of the churches that I went to. This is a big church in Finland, in Helsinki. It was like I mentioned in the podcast, this was just after Christmas, starting the new year. So all the Christmas trees were up, and they had a bunch of holiday markets in all the places that we visited. But this is a beautiful church, and I actually have a little statue of this, actually. That's a statue out front there. Picture of me. It was very cold while I was there. That's inside. This was walking down like one of the main streets in Helsinki. Like I said, all the Christmas lights were up. Yeah. And there's some trees and a statue. This is one of the streets there. Another church there in Helsinki. I was just walking around the city a lot. Just really cool old buildings. Not sure what that was a picture of. This might be in Tartu now. Yeah, so this is the town square in Tartu, which was, it's a small town in the middle of Estonia. And beautiful Christmas tree up. The building was all lit up. That's like the city hall there, and just a beautiful square. There's another picture of it there. This was, I can't remember what this was. I think this was part of the school that we studied at, if I'm not mistaken. This is a famous statue there. It's some lovers kissing. And I actually have a couple of different like plates and stuff like that with this on it, some magnets. Beautiful statue. This was inside one of the parts of the school that we studied at. I can't remember where exactly this was. The picture there. This is the school lit up at night. One of my favorite travel pictures. The square was all lit up at night, and actually one of the most fun parts of this trip was so we celebrated New Year's Eve or New Year's when we were there, and so everybody went to the town square, which is right where I'm standing here, and this was all lit up, and we counted down, and everyone was out kind of drinking there, and we counted down, and then they had fireworks go off. There's a river on the other side of the square, just a little ways down, and so they lit off fireworks there, and so we got to watch these fireworks, and it was a surreal moment to see all of this, and just realize that I was in Tartu, Estonia, celebrating New Year's. It was pretty wild, but such a fun experience. Another picture there. This is an Estonian flag. This is in the Estonian National Museum, and so this is a really preserved flag. Yeah, there we go. Estonian National Museum, which was it's a beautiful museum that's built on an old Soviet airfield, which was cool. There's the outside of the building there. Don't remember where this was exactly. Another picture there. Some of these pictures are a little random too. This was towards the end of the other side of the square in Tartu. This building that is not straight. It's the Tartu Art Museum is what it is. And some statues. This is walking around the city. We got a walking tour of the city. This is like a Soviet era statue. More statues. This is a place where we had lunch one of the days right next to the school. It's like a jazz club from what I remember. There was some live music going when we were there. It was a fun place for to hang out and have a drink and eat some food. I really like this statue. I can't remember exactly what it means, but pretty interesting. Another church there in Tartu. This is the river at the end of the square there. Kind of ran through the middle of the city there. And they're just taking a picture basically from the river back towards the city hall there. And there's the church again. This was at night. We had dinner at one of the restaurants across the river on the left-hand side. And then this was our first stop in Russia. Well, actually, we had lunch in Russia first before this, but this is a Russian art museum in St. Petersburg. And we had a guide kind of sharing more about this. That's a really big Russian nesting doll. Some artwork there. Some more artwork, art pieces. And this was a church that was close to our hotel. And you can kind of see that it's snowing, it's cold, it's windy. It got down to about -30 at night with the wind chill. So it was definitely Russia when we were there. More pictures there. This is walking through St. Petersburg. Everything was lit up again for the Christmas time. And pictures there, lots of lights. More lights. My photography skills have hopefully gotten better since this time. Let's skip through there. This is one of the churches that we visited. Beautiful building. There's a ton of these around St. Petersburg, and just so many ornate churches during this whole trip. Picture of me. There's some more. This is one of the statues there. Can't remember exactly what this building was. It was important. I remember that. This has been a little while since I've been here, so it's hard to remember. But yeah. More statues. I don't remember what this building was either. This is the Bronze Horseman statue, which is the ballet that we ended up seeing while we were in St. Petersburg, was the Bronze Horseman. It's a famous story, I believe, by Pushkin, who's a famous Russian writer. And so this was part of that. That was just the buildings around. Yeah, let's see. Let's get into Catherine's Palace, I believe. Or no, this wasn't Catherine's Palace yet. This was the river in St. Petersburg, or one of the rivers. It's pretty snowy and frozen over. And then this is looking back at the Winter Palace. Just a cool statue there. That was like a market that we went and visited. Winter Palace again. This is an old Russian warship that we went on. There's a building next to it. There's a big gun right there. The Winter Palace, which is insanely huge and ornate. And that's outside the Winter Palace. All right, so this is outside the Winter Palace here. The statue. There's a big square there right outside the Winter Palace. And this is across from the Winter Palace as well. Picture of me standing there. Again, very cold. But just, I don't know, so crazy to be there and all that history. Another picture of me. Beautiful, just beautiful ornate building. And there's so many beautiful things inside. It's amazing. That's inside there, one of the rooms. Yeah, everything's just so over the top. More pictures inside. Lots of gold. Another one of the rooms. I think we spent like 2 or 3 hours here. You could definitely spend a long time inside there. I believe those are portraits of all the czars. More pictures. The throne. Another spot inside of there. This was like, I believe it's a clock, but it's so ornate, and there's a peacock on top there. It's all gold. Crazy thing. It's this is worth a lot of money, but pretty amazing to see in person. I believe this is it's a table, and I believe it's made out of little tiny tiles. It's a mosaic, if I remember correctly. But it took a lot of work to make this. More pictures inside. What else? This is just more pictures inside. I'll run through these a little bit quicker here. It's looking out into the courtyard. Yeah. Just more, I believe this one's Catherine the Great. This is made out of amber. I really like all the amber there. That's the square across from the Winter Palace at night. And there's the Winter Palace all lit up. The picture again, me again, freezing. All right, this is Catherine's Palace, a little outside of the city of St. Petersburg. Again, very over the top, very ornate, lots of gold. That's inside there. This was like the grand ballroom or something like that. Just this massive room with a huge painting on the top. It was pretty insane. Lots of gold again. There's actually a room which you're not allowed to take a picture of that is entirely made out of amber. And that was probably my favorite thing to see there. That was pretty amazing. More gold. Lots of gold. run through this. Sorry, this is going to be a long video. I apologize. More exciting stuff. I don't remember what all these things are anymore. Again, my photography skills, not the best, but do what we can. What else is important here? A lot of pictures. This was at a different palace from what I remember. I can't remember the name of the palace. There was a lot of these types of souvenirs that we saw while we were there, just making Putin look like this, like James Bond or something. It was kind of funny. Catherine's Palace. This was at a Russian history museum that we went to. Talked about a lot of the history. This is in the theater where we saw the ballet, the Bronze Horseman. There is the theater. That was at the end of the play, or end of the ballet there. That was pretty amazing to see. The Russians are very good at the ballets. And then these are just more random pictures. Catherine's Palace. This is on the other side. This is the other palace that I don't remember the name of. And then this is back into Estonia. This is Tallinn, the capital of Estonia. Very medieval-esque town. The old town is like up on this hill and it's all walled in. You can look over the rest of the town. And yeah, that's looking out from one of the walls. Very cold. A lot of windy streets like this with little shops as well. Old church. This is one of the Christmas market there in Tallinn. Beautiful. I liked all the different Christmas markets that we went to. They're a lot of fun. You got to try a lot of different foods and drinks, and they had different games and stuff like that. I got some souvenirs there. I definitely recommend going to this part of the world in the wintertime, even though it is very cold. I felt like it really fit with where I was at. These are just more pictures. That's one of the entrances to the old city. Statue that I don't remember. Christmas market. There it is at night. One of the streets at night, or getting to night. This was at like an old Soviet era museum in Tallinn. That's the name of it, whatever that means. Yeah, another museum we went to that had a bunch of military stuff in it. Had a big ship. This is the U.S. Embassy, which we got to go inside in Tallinn. That was pretty intense. You can hear more about that on the podcast as well. And this is at our last dinner. We had like a medieval dinner, and then we had this medieval dancing and music afterwards too. That's the place where we had it. So we had dinner. And then this is in Finland. Yes, this is going back to some other Finland pictures. This is the church on the rock that I went to. It's a big church built into the side of this rock here. And This is the like Finnish History Museum. Old crossbow. Yeah, this is in Finland. Another church in Finland. And that's in Finland as well. I actually had inside here was like a market, a bunch of little shops and stuff like that. And get that out of the way there. They actually, I got to try a reindeer while I was in there at one of the stalls, which is actually quite good. I would recommend it. And this was they were setting up for this Eurobasket. Actually, right across from this, which I don't think I took a picture of, was an ice skating rink just out in the middle of the square, and I actually went ice skating there in Helsinki, which was a ton of fun. And I got laughed at a lot because I fell a bunch because I hadn't ice skated in like 10 years at that point. But it was fun. And just, yeah. I'll end it there. It's going to go back into some other pictures I have and run through them again that I took on a different camera. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was a little bit long. I apologize. But hopefully you enjoyed the pictures. Hopefully it kind of helps put some pictures in your mind from what I talked about on the podcast this week. If you haven't listened to the podcast, I would definitely recommend checking it out. A lot more of my commentary of my time there. But anyways, hope you enjoyed again. Make sure you go subscribe for more content like this and lots of other types of stuff. Looking to share all sorts of stuff related to travel. So check it out, guys, and I appreciate your time and I look forward to seeing y'all again next week.